Hello everyone, this is your master teacher Surabhi. How are you all doing today? So guys, welcome to today's session. I want to welcome you today where we are going to be discussing about the real story behind the Kashmir files, right? What exactly happened to the Kashmiri Pandits and why is it that we are talking about it today? I mean, it has been talked about for a very long time, but because a movie came out on this topic, it has again become a topic that people have started talking about. So मैंने सोचा that for all of you students who probably are not quite clear कि हुआ क्या था, exactly what happened, why don't I get you a session? So welcome to today's session. Do not forget to give me a thumbs up to show me your attendance, and if you like this video, subscribe to the channel if you're new to the channel, and of course share this video with your friends and family if you think that it was helpful for you. So let us see how many of you are here right now. Hi Dikshita, हाँ याद हो आप मुझे. Hi your divorced mom. What kind of name is that? Hi Parameshwar, hi Shravya, hi Dikshita, hi Crazy Science, hi Akra. You want to know? Okay, I'll tell you about it. Don't worry. Alright, okay. So yes, we are also going to have a very short Menti at the end. There was no need for Menti for this session, but I thought why not have it so that kind of is like a revision of what I will be telling you today. Hi Devika, happy Holi. Hopefully all of you had an amazing Holi. For me, Holi is going to be tomorrow because since it was working, we decided on Sunday we'll play Holi. Wow, Vedantika, that's great. Do not forget to thumbs up and subscribe to the channel of Young Wonders. Right. तो शुरू करें. Story क्या है? अब देखो guys, let me see. I need at least 100 thumbs up if I want to start with the Menti. So at the end of the video, after my explanation, I'm gonna check. If I have 100 thumbs up, I'll start with the Menti. Nahi to we'll say goodbye and we'll do Menti maybe later. Maybe in the next session. Who knows? Yes, Abhishek, I forgot. Chalo, let's understand the real story of Kashmiri files or Kashmir Pandits. So to understand the story, one, we have to go back in history, and we also have to understand a little bit of the geography of the region. So I have not actually watched the movie because I'm not going to movie halls right now, but I have heard that the entire story is on the exodus of Kashmiri Pandits. Exodus matlab exit or fleeing of Kashmiri Pandits from Jammu and Kashmir. So what exactly happened then? Now some say that it was a genocide. What is a genocide? Genocide is an intentional action to destroy a group of people in whole or part. So for example, it is said Hitler, started a genocide against Jews. So ethnic cleansing. When we say genocide, we are focusing on mostly ethnic or racial or national cleansing when we are completely killing off an entire community or group or people who belong to a particular community or group. And that is what genocide is, right? So in the entire area of Kashmir, this is orange wala part that you are seeing. This is the area where you had the majority number of Kashmiri Pandits living. Now, who were the Kashmiri Pandits? Kashmiri Pandits were nothing but Kashmiri Brahmins, who were a larger part of the Saraswat Brahmin community of India. They were, as I told you, that is where you had the majority population of Kashmiri Pandits. And the en masse fleeing of this area started in 1990, which later on came to be known as the Kashmiri Exodus. Now exactly what happened and what prompted them to leave their homes for so long. Even today, people have not been able to go back and settle down. So exactly what prompted them to leave their own homeland? So to understand that, we need to go back to 1980s. So events leading to 1990s, right? And listen very carefully. Sheikh Abdullah was then the chief minister of Jammu and Kashmir, and he was a very close friend of Jawaharlal Nehru. However, when he died, his son Farooq Abdullah won the 1983 elections. Farooq Abdullah was also then became the chief minister. But because of certain problems, and we will not go into the detail as to what the problems were, the Congress that was then, the ruling party of India, they broke a coalition with the NC, that is the National Conference, and Farooq Abdullah was removed from the chief ministerialship. In place of him, Ghulam Muhammad Shah was made as the chief minister. Now, the interesting part is when Farooq Abdullah was removed from that post, he did not anticipate that something like that could have happened. It was a betrayal. ठीक है, क्यों हुआ उस सब में मत जाओ, but he felt extremely betrayed and he like tapped on the table and he said that do anything with me, remove me from being chief minister, but do not make this man as the chief minister because he is going to ruin Kashmir. But anyways, Ghulam Muhammad Shah was made the chief minister, and that is the starting of political instability in Kashmir. This is what politically was happening. Okay. Now another thing was also happening in Kashmir, and that is militancy was increasing. A terrorist group called Jammu and Kashmir Liberation Front, that was highly financed by Pakistan Army, started increasing its activities in Kashmir. In 1984, a terrorist, Maqbool Bhatt, was also hanged, and because of that, that militancy had gained a lot of power. So after Rajiv, and again during this time, during the entire 1980s, and this is something a lot of you might not be aware of, so again I will not go into a lot of detail, but during the 1980s in India, we were seeing a lot of religious conflict that was going on. The Congress party, a lot of people were accusing the Congress party of appeasing the Muslims, of doing a lot of things for Muslims and not caring about the Hindus. That was just some people's opinion. Now, because of that, Rajiv Gandhi, so that that opinion turns, he opened the Babri Masjid lock and told Hindus that you can go and pray to your God here. That again made people of Kashmir, the militancy, the Muslims, we do not know. When something like that happens, you don't know exactly who is starting the riot. But a series of attacks started on Hindu temples and stores and properties of Kashmiri Pandits. The Pakistani separatists, the terrorist groups, all of them started blaming the Hindu Pandits for all of this that was happening in India. Right? Now, when all of this started happening, Rajiv Gandhi realized his mistake and he again rigged the elections to make Farooq Abdullah as the chief minister. Now, first they made the mistake and then they made Farooq Abdullah again the chief minister. Right? Now, it did not matter because even though Farooq Abdullah founded the government, people did not trust that government. Right? After that, the terrorist group kidnapped Mufti Sayyid's daughter. Who's Mufti Sayyid? He was one of the ministers of Kashmir. His daughter was kidnapped by the militant group, and that was seen as the turning point because it ultimately people had to surrender to this militant group. There was nothing that the government was doing after that, right? Now, by 1989, the Pandits had begun to be targeted, and Khulle Aam on the street of the city, we see that people were getting killed and very high-profile people were getting shot. For example, the retired judge who had actually given the terrorist Maqbool Bhatt the death sentence, he was shot in Srinagar, in open street. Then you had a BJP leader who was also shot, a journalist who was also shot dead just because he wrote something against the militant group. A list of Pandits were actually in circulation called the hit list, where all the Kashmiri Pandits, their address, their details were all written down and people were told to kill them. This obviously created a wave of panic. Not just that, an anonymous message allegedly from Mujahideen came up in the newspaper that told the Pandits to leave. Right? Now in 1990, and this is the year that actually saw thousands of people, thousands of Pandits fleeing their homeland. Why? Because people again, we do not know exactly who were these people. Some say it was Kashmiri Muslims also involved. Some say it was the separatists who pushed and fueled the hatred, which is possible. Right? So all of them came together and started, this entire fight began. Thousands of innocent Pandits were tortured, slaughtered and raped over the next few months. Right? So by the end of the year, over 350,000 Pandits fled the valley. Right? Now, here's the thing. When this migration happened, there are two theories that have come up or two arguments that have come up. Hindu Pandits say that we were forced to flee because either Pakistan, either the Kashmiri Muslims or the militants or the terrorists, everyone came together and forced them through such violent means to leave the city. However, Muslims argue, the Kashmiri Muslims argue that the Hindu Pandits were pushed to leave Kashmir so that the governor, Jagmohan, that was the governor then, could pursue doing violence against the Muslims more easily, could pursue Muslim retaliation more aggressively. The reason they say that is because as soon as the Hindu Pandits ran away, there was a huge massacre that took place in Kashmir where a lot of Muslims were also killed. But that is their argument. So there are two arguments of the entire incident. Now, a lot of scholars argue that there was genuine panic amongst the Brahmins because no one, not the Kashmir government, not the national government, was actually protecting the Pandits. No one came out and said that stay where you are and we will protect you. Instead, what the government was doing? The government was providing, refugee camps for the Pandits. When something like that happens and your government is not helping you out, you will obviously think that the fleeing is the only option. A lot of Pandits felt that okay, we'll flee, but we'll come back in at least a year or 6 months. So a lot of them went down to to the Jammu area where they lived in refugee camps in very filthy conditions. A lot of high-profile and well-to-do Pandits ran away to foreign countries or to far-off places, like let us say, a lot of, like in Bangalore, for example, a lot of people here are Kashmiri Pandits and in other areas. Right. Today we know about this entire story from different points of view. We also have a lot of stories, autobiographical memoirs, novels and poetry to document, all of these experiences. I think the movie is on that, but I'm not sure because I've not seen the movie. So you guys let me know in the comment section below. 19th January is observed as by the Kashmiri Hindu communities as the Exodus Day. Right, so that is the story of exactly what happened in Kashmir, and again it is something, it's something to learn from, because ultimately when the government, and it's happening all over the world, right, wherever something like that happens or war happens, you realize how important a good government is, right, a government that does not take sides. But anyway, so that was the story for today. Make sure why is everyone against the movie Kashmiri Files? So guys, usually what happens is whenever a movie is made or whenever a documentary is made, it will give you one point of view. Okay? As a person who's watching the movie, we should always be aware that there might be other points of view as well. Right? So for us as a student, as a scholar, it is important that we read all points of view and then we make our own opinion. We can believe whatever we want to believe, but we should read everything. है ना? Exodus matlab exit, mass exit, a lot of people fleeing. Yes, I will teach. No, I will not teach 9th standard. Alright, okay, now before we go on to the Menti of the day, guys, I hope you know that Vedantu pre-booking has started for 6th standard, 7th standard and 8th standard. That means that all the classes for 6th standard, 7th standard, 8th standard, I am taking this year, guys. Vedantu mein I will be taking. So make sure that you come for all the classes where you get tests, assignments, doubt solving during class, PTMs, extracurricular activities. Pata nahi is saal to kya kar raha hai. I mean, there's a lot of things that we've thought. Hopefully, we'll be able to do. And the fees is 17,500 if you use the coupon code SUGPRO. That is my coupon code. You will come to my batch and you will get that amazing discount. Again, Pro Classic ke liye, if you want your doubts to be solved even after class from the Doubts app, make sure that you subscribe to Pro Classic. Again, use the coupon code SUGPRO. Pro Premium is for students who only want 15 students in a class. So if you want that special attention, the fees will come down to 35,000 rupees. Again, that's not just for SST, but for physics, for chemistry, for biology, for English, for SST, and for, there's one more subject I'm forgetting, no? Science, maths. All right. Okay. Alright, So guys, remember the link is in the description box below. Click on that link, you will get all the details, and remember to use my coupon code. I do not get any money. The only thing I get is your names and the satisfaction that students have liked my teaching and they want to join my batch. Okay? Chalo, if you want to know more about me, do not forget to also follow me on my Instagram page surabhi.vedantu. Menti पे चलते हैं www.menti.com. Go to the code 85787098. Hi Simranjeet, hi Prayas. Thank you. I will also miss my all 8th standard students. आ जाओ जल्दी से. All right, 85787098. Come on. Thank you, Dikshita. Okay, so people who have still not given a thumbs up, जल्दी से दे दो, जल्दी से दे दो, जल्दी से आ जाओ. 85787098. Saeed, we actually do not know the official numbers. The truth is that it started with the militant group that was backed by Pakistan, threatening the Kashmiri Pandits. So that is how it started. And it also started with the Indian government making mistake after mistake in Kashmir. So, it would be wrong to say that, that community this much was killed. It was an entire group of reasons why this happened, right? Hi, Pradnya. All right. Arey, Sugar Pro mat bolo yaar. Question number 1 for the day is, what is genocide? General awareness, ethnic cleansing, genetic, or none of these? Come on. हाँ, मुझको कॉल आया. Hi Harman, hi Dhani. Pius, how have I mispronounced? Time is up. And what that? Genocide is general awareness. Genocide is ethnic cleansing. When you kill an entire group of people because of their ethnicity or because of their, racial color. Alright, we have, because of race, what am I saying? We have Anjali, who's the fastest, then we have Ritesh, Dheera, Shravya, Hola Hop, Agent, X9, Thinky, XYZ, Om and Vishwat on top and correct. Next question is, who fled Kashmir in the 1990? Kashmiri Pandits, Kashmiri Muslims, politicians, or Pakistanis? Come on, quickly. And the answer is Kashmiri Pandits. Alright, the leaderboard is in front of us. We have Ritesh, who's the fastest. Hi-Fi, it's not Sugar Pro, it's SUG Pro, Dheera, I don't know what is FVC, KT, क्या होता है ये? XYZ, Om, Shravya, Nandini, Agent, X9, Vaishnavi, and Mihir on top of the leaderboard. Alright, yes, you can still join the Menti 85787098. Guys, thumbs up दे दिया ना सबने? It's like thumbs up drink की याद आ गई. It's so hot. Alright, question number 3 is, the movie Kashmiri Files is about the terrorist of Kashmir, the exodus of Kashmiri Pandits, or the division of Kashmir. B, C. And your time is up. Let us look at the answers. 26 of you have given absolutely the correct answer. Let us look at the leaderboard, and we have Ritesh on top, SVC, KT, XYZ, Shravya, Om, Nandini, Agent, Vaishnavi, Mihir, and Pokemon. Ma'am, when studio class? Are Pokemon, I am pakka. I will be doing it as soon as my chutti ends, which is going to end next week. I will come. Alright. I know what happened. I missed a question. Question number 4 is, Kashmiri Hindu communities observe Exodus Day on the 19th January, 26th January, 15th August, or 25th March. Come on. Questions are there in front of you. You have to answer. Ten seconds. And the answer is 19th of January. We have Ritesh on top, SVC, KT, XYZ, Shravya, Agent, X9, Nandini, Vaishnavi, Mihir, Pokemon, and Dheera on top and correct. Alright, final question of the day is in front of you. In which year Kashmiri Pandits' flight began? 1998, 95, 90 or 94? Super easy question. Super easy question. बता दो. Ten seconds. Time is up. 1990 is the correct answer. है ना, मैंने बोला था 1980s or 1990s में the events led to this final exodus of the Kashmiri Pandits, which some people also call genocide. Alright, we have Ritesh Pokemon High Five SUG Pro है on top. Thank you Ritesh for being regularly there for all my sessions, and I'm surely going to miss you when you go to 9th standard. Please give a round, applause and say congratulations in the chat box. So guys, do not forget to thumbs up, subscribe to the channel of Young Wonders if you're new, and share this video. Let me know in the comment section what do you think of this entire incident that took place, and let me also know how excited you are for the summer camp. Alright, bye bye, have an amazing day.